Daniel Sennheiser. I'm part of the third generation of the Sennheiser family. I'm the president of strategy and finance. For us, strategy also means the brand's strategy and the strategic marketing part of it. So basically, I run that division within our organization. That's important. I'm not an engineer. I'm a marketeer background. All my family has been engineers for the past 3 generations. My brother is an engineer, which is good. Engineers are very important for us, but I'm a marketeer. We plan to continue the great growth that we have here. India has been very good to us because in 5 years we've been doubling turnover every year. And also, most important, the consumer brand has become well known now. So that's something which we plan to continue to evolve, to get better distribution, more distribution, and I think the main focus will be to allow trial, because our products convince when you try them. It's not by looking at the spec sheet or by looking at the packaging or an advertising that you will be convinced. It's by trying them out you will be convinced. We create experience zones, brand experience zone, where you can try out headphones exactly in modern trade environments specifically, but also in more high-end and selective distribution areas. Well, for us, that market is you have to segment the market, because there are some people who are just looking at getting any sound out of their device, and then there's people who are really looking for good sound, the audiophiles, people who are really interested about better sound, best sound, and are joining us on the pursuit of perfect sound, because that's what we offer. So to target that segment, we need to train people, we need to inform people, we need to have people go on blogs. We use a lot of below-the-line activities to be able to target this market and create trials, because that's how, again, that's how you get to know people. We have right now a little exercise with Samsung, where when you buy a Samsung Galaxy, you get I think a discount on a product from us. So to create trial there as well. Actually, I see this as very positive. We are a very transparent company. We believe that if there is negative feedback in the blogs, it's important for us to know. If there's good feedback in the blogs, it's good for us to know as well. But actually, the negative feedback is where we can learn. And the blogs are just a reflection of the reality that is out there in the market. So I'd rather know if my customer is satisfied or not. And the blogs are the perfect environment for that. We have nothing to hide, and I encourage that. We know that probably about 80% of blogs are, we ran an analysis on that, are positive or neutral. So we actually even openly publish blogs on our own website, not on the front page, but on the lower pages, without any filter, because we just believe that's an honest and open way and modern way to communicate. Well, we actually don't focus on competition, we focus on the customer. And we take ourselves as a standard. We try to make ourselves better every time, and we try to compete against our own products rather than anybody else's, because we believe that's how we create value for the customer. And yes, there might be a segment which we're not addressing by that, because we can't address it with our cost structure, with also our production engineering in Germany. That all has its price, but it also has its value, and we believe that value equation is good, and the customer seems to believe that as well, so that's what's happening. Well, we don't publish a lot of figures, but the R&D spend is about 7% of our revenue, which is significant for a family-owned company. I mean, I think more important than just a percentage number of investment into innovation or in R&D is the continuous investment. And that's something which typically a family-owned company, and we do other than publicly traded companies, because they have to look at quarterly results, they need to adjust so they can make sweeping announcements. Now we invest, I don't know, 10-20% in R&D, but 3 months later then they cut it back. So we don't function like that. We don't publish quarterly results. We actually publish almost no results, but we invest into R&D on a very continuous basis, even in a crisis. A very good risky example is on the professional side is the development of the T9000. It's a new digital wireless system which took us 10 years to come to the market. Now in a not family-owned company, a 10-year development of that sort would have a hard time to survive. And I'm not saying it's not been discussed internally. Of course we discuss things like that as well. But that's a risk we are prepared to take. Marketing is important as well, because if we have the best sound quality and nobody knows about it, it doesn't help anybody. So marketing is not only advertising. Marketing is also about capturing really the customer needs, not focusing on products, focusing on systems, focusing on services, focusing on the customer solution, and letting the product not get in the way first, because in the end you're not necessarily looking for next headphone. You're trying to consume music, and if there are new ways of consuming music, maybe even something beyond headphones is something that will satisfy that need. So marketing is very important in capturing those and identifying those needs onto which we can then develop products. And then advertising has to and the communication part has to do their job in order to spread the word and get that out there. And we're learning on that side as well. Well, that depends on the specific product. So the gaming market is a very dynamic market right now, and a brand like Sennheiser can only stretch so much. We don't want to become the crazy underground grunge brand. It wouldn't be helpful, because we are a high-end brand on the other side. So we're more looking for the high-end consumer on the audio side, also in the living room and in the gaming field. But also we believe that the products that we provide there have a significant advantage over the products that others offer, and therefore they're priced in a different way as well. I don't know whether the price is the issue here. The question is what do you want as a consumer? You get with the gaming headsets, you get a high fidelity sound with a high-class microphone, which is something, especially in the combination, is something not so easy to do. And therefore, I think we're addressing this in our way, which is a premium way, giving you rather more for your money than a lower price. Not up to me to decide, and we could talk about this until the battery of your it depends also on the situation. If I'm in a live environment, I want a sound that is strong, that is pure, that is very clean, but that has a lot of pressure, and I'm looking for something which is very exciting, because I'm in a live environment. I'm not looking for the last little piece or the highest transparency. If I'm listening at home, I'm looking for an absolute reproduction of the finest details, transparent, no distortion, no tweaking. So it really depends on the situation that you're in and on the mood that I'm in. I mean, sometimes when I have to do something which I don't like to do, then I put the sound up, and the important thing is that it has good bass and a clean curve. If I want to relax, I'm more looking for transparent sound. First of all, India. India is a very special place, and I personally love India because I guess you either love it or you hate it. I mean, you can't stay indifferent to it. I happen to love it. People are very open and very curious. That's good because our products can convince you to try them, and to try them out you need to be curious. What we don't where we cannot succeed is if you have a consumer that is very distant. Indian consumers are not distant; they're all over, and that's a good asset. And they're open and interested, so they're happy to try. And therefore, I believe India will grow quickly because India wants to try out things, and that's how you learn. And I believe that's the way to go forward. Absolutely, the high end. We don't play in the discount and entry space. We have, I would say, we start in the upper part of the average segment, but only the upper part, and then we're in the premium and the specialty field. Well, I personally like the HD 800 a lot because listening to music, especially if you want to listen to the music for a longer time, sitting down. This is not the headphone that you wear on the street, obviously, but if you want to sit down and listen to it for a longer time, especially after an hour or two, you realize that you don't fatigue, and that's a big advantage. I personally like that a lot. And then we have some new products coming out in the fall, which you'll see. You can already see on our website the press announcements. And there's a small headphone, a portable one in there, which I personally like a lot as well. My favorite gadgets, personally. I'm a big user of iPads and iPhones, personally. That's probably my most important gadget, to be honest. My iPhone is always with me. I have a lot of music on there. For the office, I use a BlackBerry, which I personally don't like so much.